I'm Soren, Ryherd, president and co-founder of Working Planet, a marketing optimization company. In the second section, I'm really talking more about how to think about the audience and how users actually interact with content, and thinking outside the box of a very linear path of people entering a website, for example, or interacting with a single channel marketing versus the way that people actually interact with marketing.
Cross-channel effects. There was a lot of discussion about multiple channels. One of the things that we look at in cross-channel effects is not necessarily that measuring directly what is happening in different channels, but what is happening in one channel that is affecting results in a different channel. That's sort of the definition of cross-channel effect. And what we found in dealing with the paid online media is that you can somewhat determine where you're going to find cross-channel effects. There's a high level of correlation to cross-channel effects that are being created compared to the level of interruption of the type of marketing. The greater level of the interruption to what somebody's actually doing online, in the case of the media we manage, the more that the effects are going to be created in different channels. So let me explain what I mean by that. Somebody's searching for something, they're looking for a result, they're probably going to click on the ad. Not everybody does, but that's mostly because people who don't click on ads, a small percentage of it is because they don't want to be tracked. And for certain audiences, if you're selling to software programmers, for example, software developers, you're going to have a high level of those people that simply are not going to, they're not going to have JavaScript enabled, they're going to try to get around your tracking, they won't click on ads, they'll do everything they can in order not to sort of be part of that group. And what we see is that a lot of those people still engage, but they're engaging in ways that they feel comfortable with, which is typically going directly to a website. So when we look at testing content, and this largely we're focused on ad testing, and we're focused on what has largely been called landing page testing, but is really the entire site experience and maybe the entry page, and it may be something later on in the process. But when we look at that, there's a number of things that we want to talk about. Anywhere within content that you're using, there's something that you want, there's an engagement path for a user. There's something that you want that user to do. And it might be retweeting, and it might be filling out a form, and it might be something completely different, picking up a phone, or sharing with a friend, or whatever it is you want to do. So first of all, structurally, is the thing that you would like that person to do, is it clear to them? Have you made it easy for them to actually take that next step, whatever that next step or next steps might be in engagement? Secondly, we should be testing messaging. Are we leading with the thing that is the most important thing to the end user? And we work with a lot of B2B software companies, and B2B software companies, particularly if we're working with the product managers, tend to fall in love with the latest feature ad. And the latest feature ad is never your core value message. Because if you're already in the market and gathering customers, you've already addressed the core. The latest feature might be nice, it's cool, it might broaden your user engagement or your client retention or whatever. It's not the thing that you should lead with. And one of the most important things that is often overlooked is credibility content. That if somebody's engaging with you, they're making a number of decisions. One is certainly, are you addressing a specific need that they have? But they also need to know something about you. There are going to be breaks that happen or friction that occurs within the engagement process that are keeping people from engaging at a higher rate.
Thanks very much for watching today. I'm Soren Ryherd with Working Planet.